gang, so I got a project I'm working on. So not that long ago, I was out in the woods. With my son, and we had basically a lean-to set up with that tarp, and I said I wanted to be kind of cool to make sidewalls. Oh my God, where's that? Sidewalls on this thing. So that way it would block wind on either side. So what I'm thinking is not just doing sidewalls, but maybe a front wall as well, so I could have it completely enclosed, and adding a stove jack somewhere in about the middle, and then that way you'd have a guy on either side. So I don't know, guys, I'm working on this, and I wasn't gonna record it. I'm just gonna see what I can come up with, but what the heck. So anyways, now I gotta try to figure out this angle right here, right? From the ground all the way up and then down. So I'm not that good at math, but I found a calculator thing online. It's so cool having Google, hey? So I was able to type in some numbers, and hopefully that'll give me what I got going on down here. Give me the right angles so I can go ahead and make my sidewalls. So yeah, I am working on a bushcraft shelter using a couple different tarps, some Gorilla Tape, and we're going to see what we can come up with here. This should be interesting, guys. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and cut some lines, actually draw some lines, and then cut that out. I'll probably bring you back in a little while. All right, see what we come up with. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna need it. All right, gang. Now, for all intents and purposes, this piece here should fit up in there. Yep, that's exactly what I was looking for. All right. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna Gorilla Tape these edges to keep it from fraying, and I'm gonna tape the bottom as well. Now once the bottom is taped, I am planning on putting some grommets on it, so that way we can have something to anchor to the ground. You know what I think I might do, guys, is I've got a heat gun, and I might throw some heat on that just to just to try to get it to stick a little more firmly. So give me a second, I'll be back. I don't know if this step is absolutely necessary, guys. But it certainly can't hurt. Alright, that's that edge done. I'm probably going to do both sides, but I'm going to get this edge here done next. Alright, now we're going to flip it over and I'm going to do it again. So I'll bring you guys back after a while, and I don't need to show you every step of the process, but you can see the gist of what we got going on. I'll bring you guys back after a while. Alright guys, so I got that first piece done, taped on both sides. I flipped it over onto the tarp so I could make my next lines so I can cut out the second wall. But there you go. I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out. We'll get it taped up, and then we'll have our two side walls done. Okay guys, so that's that half. I'm going to flip it over and tape the other side. So I'll bring you back again after I do that. However, before I do that, I want to give a shout out. We got some backers on the channel and I really appreciate it. We have Jane. I appreciate you on the Patreon side, and Leonard and Jean, a huge shout out, huge appreciation for the gift. That was unbelievable. Your generosity is just blows my mind, and that gift is definitely going to help take care of some doctor bills. So really appreciate that. So super shout out to Leonard and Jean. Thank you very much. Alright guys, It's not completely done yet, not even close. But you can see the gist of what I got going on here. So we're gonna have sidewalls. And then I'm thinking of having some type of drop for the front. But I know I want to put a stove jack. Oh, let's see here, where would I want to? I want to put a stove jack probably right about there. Put there, I think. Kind of right in the middle. That way you could have a guy, or you got two people in there, one on either side of the stove. But you can see what I got going on here, guys. We are making a lean-to shelter out of tarps that's going to have the capabilities of having a stove jack to keep it warm. Pretty cool. So the other thing I want to do, guys, just to give a little more tension on the tent or on the tarp, I'm going to turn this around. Hold on a second. So my thought is, we can see that crease there. I'm probably going to set up some Gorilla Tape and some anchor points. Oh no, look at it, it doesn't want to focus in on it. Have some Gorilla Tape and some anchor points so we can run some rope back and be able to pull the middle of the tarp just to give a little more room on the inside and make it a little more sturdy if you get some snow or whatnot. So guys, I gotta use a pillow on my knees with this floor. So let's take a look here. So we take this punch, make sure we don't have any parts and pieces. Okay, we take that there. We'll put that on the center there. And according to that, give her a whack. Alright, so now we put a ring through. Put the top ring on. Take that. And there it is. We got a ring on. And I think I put it on the right way. Oh yeah, I did. Alright, so that's how that works. We put a ring on. So I'm going to do, I don't know, probably 4 more on this, along this side. I won't bring you along. I'll just knock it out. Just wanted to show you my first attempt at putting a grommet on a tarp. Alright guys, so it's day 2. We're on day 2 of shelter, woodcraft shelter build. Tarp, woodcraft shelter build. Picked up some more tape. Oh shoot, I'm already starting off rough here. Already starting off rough. Alright. Oh, I'm going to have to find that pillow I had yesterday. So, now that we got the inside taped up, the inside seam, we're going to do the outside seam as well. Then we got to get the other side taped on, and that'll be our 2 sides. Then we got to work on we got to work on the stove jack after that. Then after stove jack, we got to do the front wall. And I kind of got an idea for the front wall because I don't want it to always hang. I want to set it up so I can roll it up and have it tied up. That way if it's nice out or you just want to have the front open, you can. And then when it's cold out or cool out and you want to have the stove going inside the tarp, inside the canopy, inside the shelter, you'd be able to do that. So anyways, I gotta grab the heat gun. I gotta find that pillow I was using yesterday to get underneath my knees, because yeah, that's too hard on this. The cement floor is too hard on old knees. So, all right, guys, I'll bring you back in a little bit. For my pillow. All right, I'll throw some heat on here. Like I said yesterday, I don't know if this heat does anything or not. It almost looks like it shrinks it a little bit. So it definitely can't hurt. Alright, now I'm ready to flip this thing over and get started on the other side. I'll be back with you guys in a bit. Basically all we're trying to do is heat the glue up a little bit on the tape so it sticks a little better. All right, guys, walls are attached. Wow, we're making some progress here. Holy cow, I'm getting excited. I'm getting freaking excited. All right, guys, so I think we're gonna work on the stove jack next. And for the stove jack, I think if I come down 2 feet from the top to the bottom of this, and then I just want to make sure I'm center. So I think yeah, this center crease, that's center right there. It's close enough anyways. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw around this, and then I'm going to allow for the Velcro, and then that's the one that will cut. Alright, so now I just got to cut that. Then the same thing, we'll have to lay tape on it, and then I'll be to lay my Velcro on it. So we are making progress, guys. And just like that, we have a hole. Now it's time for some tape. Perfect. I like that one better. Wow. I don't know. There we got it. There we got it. That plastic does not come off the bottom very easily. There we got it. There we got it. Ugh. There it is. Stove jack installed. Oh, that was a bit of a project. Seemed like a bit more of a project than I was anticipating. Now I gotta build some type of flap. Well, hopefully that plan will work. Now we've got a roof jack and we've got a watershed to try to keep water from coming into the roof jack. We're getting there, gang. We're getting there. Alright guys, so now I put some tabs on. That was interesting. I'm sorry I didn't film it. But now I gotta put some grommets in them so I have a tie-off point. Some tie-off points just below halfway, so it would be to pull the tarp back. So we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. Stove jacks, sides, pull tabs. This project is coming together, guys. Yeah. It's fun trying to create something. A little frustrating too. This is taking a little longer than I anticipated, but that's all right. Still a fun project. All right, guys. So we'll heat that up a little bit. Apply some pressure. Okay, now that's done. So that just, like I said, I believe all it does is add some, makes the glue a little bit softer and heats everything up so it sticks together better. Okay, so we're going to take oh yeah, putting the leather under there works way, way better. Bam. Grommet attached. Just like that. Alright, gang. There's what starting to take shape. Alright, guys. We got a front wall. I'm still not done. I gotta figure a way to secure it to the sides, but I got. Alright, so after cutting the tarp to the proper length for the height, added some tape along the edge, and then added grommets into the tape so we have secure points. Alright, gang. I pretty much got her. I just got to add a couple of grommets to the sides so I can secure the sides. But I took and I added some duct tape along the top seam there, both inside and out. So that creates a good seal there. And then, yeah, like I said, I got a bunch of grommets on the bottom there. We've got the tabs on the back so we can, about halfway down, so we can pull it out, so it help when we get snow so it doesn't sag too much. So then my last hope is to do exactly what I've got there. I got a couple of grommet holes. I'm hoping them don't create a problem for leaking when this thing is heating up. It's right at the top, so I don't think it should. But anyways, because I wanted to have a way to roll the tarp up like that. So if it's nice out, you can have the tarp up, and then when it's cold or at night when you want to have the stove going before you go to sleep and want to secure things down, or if you got some weather, you can go ahead and secure things down. But otherwise, you can have it up like that as well. Alright guys, there it is. we made an enclosable lean-to tarp shelter. So I don't know if you call that bushcraft or not. I'm going to call it bushcraft. And now I can't wait to get out and try this thing out. That's going to be pretty sweet. What do you guys think? Oh my goodness. It's pretty big. It's got some space, that's for sure. That's going to be pretty nice. It'll get you right on the weather. Yeah. So there we go. Well guys, thanks for coming along on this build. I really appreciate it. Remember, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel.